Greetings, fellow Axe Dwarves and Marks Dwarves. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress. Episode 33. The entire cavern is set ablaze. Another thing that might be useful is, I'm going to create a staircase here. And pile in more of my, pile in more ores underneath it so that we have a lot of ores readily available to be worked. Repaint. Erase, erase. So this is 13 by 7. By 12. I know I don't have any resources that are ready to be processed into fuel, so that's another thing we might want to obtain, but I have a lot of it right now. Oh, Zenex Zim. So this might be the glass we're looking for our temple. And the Baroness Consort just arrived. Cool. Given that they're here, do you finally have a wagon? You do! Hey! It's our first wagon! They're dragging a wagon. I'll offer them a flagon. Move goods. Bin. I don't need to move armor unless it's... No, none of it's tattered. Zenmaster, thank you for the resub. Yeah, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Oh, that's why... Okay, so there are some figurines in here, but there is like... it's a little sketchy. There's a artifact, the Meta Boost, or whatever it's called, that's being moved to the trade caravan. So that's like... theft. Risk, but yeah, whatever. Tattered clothing. The bajillion crutches I've been asked to make begrudgingly have fulfilled those requests. Move those. More gems. Weapons bins with the I cannot sell the crossbows, but I'll sell the short swords if I can. And then a gem bin worth 15 grand. It's probably all I really need to move, I'd imagine. So, the cave adaptation temple skylight thing, I would say works. I haven't seen a lot of vomit anywhere in a while. Meaning that I think everyone is getting their vitamin D. D for dwarf, that is. The vitamin D that they require in order to not, like, projectile vomit everywhere, which is awesome. I'm very happy about that. I'm glad that we made that change, and it has worked. Because, if. Alright, fortifications for the cavern. Are you making progress? Yes. Perfect. Alright, so let's engrave there. And then delete these two walls. Oh, these are... Yep. Delete, 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 delete. Okay. Does look like the bills are being issued out, which is awesome. What is this? Feather tree egg yolk? Why can't we move it somewhere? It's been like filling up our trade stockpile forever, and it's like a cookable thing, but we never cook it. I don't know. Just want to get rid of it because it's like garbage at this point. And there's the wagon. And this is why you would want a 3-wide ramp inwards. It's too bad I didn't see the wagon come in, because it would have been neat to see them use our bridge. Ooh. You got killed by one of our residents, I think. Sword Dwarf Fath. No. That was probably Trade Caravan. I've been, like, trying to keep track of whether our slayers are slaying. Right? Because if we look at their, like, military kills, this slayer's never slayed anything, and he's been here for a while. That's why I've been, like, turning them down. Because these monster slayers aren't doing anything. They're just, like, freeloading. It's like kills 0. And most of them are kills 0. Why I'm happy to be like, nope, you're not, your requests are denied. You shall not be joining. Oh, hello. Let's read that again. A gigantic humanoid composed of flame. Oh boy. Has a pair of knobby antennae and appears to be emaciated. Well, yeah, there's something for them to go. The problem is we're in the process of, like, redesign. Okay, let's not delete these walls at the moment, because that would be a problem. I don't know if there's anyone in the cavern, but I do know that the first most important lever to pull would be the cavern lever. So, for reference, this is a cavern staircase bridge. And if we pull this lever, we limit our ability to go into the cavern. So if we find this forgotten piece, here he is. You are one ugly weirdo. 295 years old. Flimsy and quick to tire. I mean, it's setting everything on fire, so maybe I do have to be worried. Because that is a lot of fire. That is a lot of fire. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to limit its access and then, like, turtle up. So the lever is now pulled. Access to our burrow is removed. And this thing might have been trying to, like, move in on us, but now it can't. Good lord, man. It's a fire sale. Everything must burn. Oh, he's very steamy. Yeah, annoyed he's choking on smoke. You made the smoke, you moron. Imagine a Balrog going, goddamn fire. It's like, you are the fire, you idiot. All right. Make requests for next year's caravan. I already request sand, so, like, I'm not going to make another request. I don't think. Alright, a need for crowns is expected. Alright. Trade caravan. Broker requested. And we'll deal with the cavern beast in a bit. Yeah. I just wanted to do deal with one fire at a time. Yeah, I have a convenient trail to track it. Absolutely. He is, he ain't exactly stealthy, being a fire beast and all. Githu. Very angry looking guy. Alright, here's the trade. Oh, you're still unloading. Alright, the other thing I'm going to do while we wait for them to unload is I'm not going to wait for me to have, like, a beer shortage. I am going to set up another brewery here. mimicking this brewery. So I'll just dig a little hole there. Because I see our drinks are decreasing. Our prepared meals are not, but we drink twice as much as we eat. So that makes sense. Our prepared meals are about holding at 700, but the drinks they are dropping. Oh, we're counting now. So we have a countess. Count, rather, not countess. That does mean that our count's throne room, dining room, study needs to be improved. They're pissing ammonia that is not nice enough. Fine, hold on. In Garve? There you go. Make it nicer. And if I have to add, like, the scepter or something, I can. But, that's the quick and dirty way to do it. Alright. We wanted to buy sand from them so that we could... Oh, they have raw glasses. I'd rather make our sand ourselves. I think it's been a minute since we've bought cloth, and we've been making a lot of clothing, so I'll replace our cloth. We really don't use a lot of leather though, so I'm not gonna bother with the leather. I know we're growing a lot of pigtail, but I think we use it as well really, really quickly. Oh, I scrolled through the sandbags? That I did. Bags, sandbag, yellow sand, regular sand, regular sand, regular sand. Okay. We're going with regular sand. Probably don't need to go overboard with the cloth, because it's not like we're naked or anything. We don't have any true shortages, but I can't help it. I wish I could just like click and drag. That'd be great. But you know, game's all about imparting carpal tunnel, so click, 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 click. I know I could buy the bin itself. You know, that's like not entirely unreasonable at this point, but I make my own. I don't know, whatever. All right, that's enough cloth. I'm done clicking on that. Imagine like having a. I mean, I know they have a wagon, so their allowed weight is like ridiculously high. But imagine like arriving with anvils for sale, like a door-to-door anvil salesman. Like that is the most absurd concept I've heard of. Yep. Cheese. All right, now for us to sell. I want to sell bad clothing first. This is going to take me a minute because there's a lot. I don't recall if they... I forget what was requested. I'm also going to want to sell the swords. Let's find those. Yeah, here they are. So I'm going to start selling crutches, because God knows I don't need a bajillion crutches. Oh, there is not an embargo on the oh, no, there is? It's purple? Yeah, so all right, let's not do that. Okay, there we go. So that's a lot of the short swords that we made, crutches that we made. Those have been the regular recurring mandates. And now it's mostly just fulfilling the trade requirements so that both parties are happy. Making sure not to sell like any artifacts, because they are intermixed in these. It's actually probably a good reason to plinth them elsewhere, so that they're not just like in a box in a room that has pretty easy access to, that I could accidentally like click and sell. There's like a non-zero chance that I just like sell one of our artifacts. I mean, if I do, I do. You know, it's not a problem. But I acknowledge that there is a definite risk. I'm selling the lower quality gems first, because if there is a trader that arrives that has like a weight allowance that's low, the high quality gems are more valuable in that way. It makes no difference to my bank account, but it makes a huge difference to the traders when they're just like, hey, we can't carry 1,000 weight of something. Not that I expect that to be the case. Alright, we're already in the yellow. So we're trying to make it green, so they're quite happy with us. It also improves our odds of us using something of higher value when inspired. If you sell off all your lower value. If you want good artifacts, but like, you know, there's an argument to be made that you might not want the most valuable possible, because it could attract a lot of attention from enemies. How are you not? There we go. There's green. Trade done. And they're moving the bins back. Withered? Why did it wither? Are you even alive still? Oh, is it? Oh my god. Look at this place. You are causing some real chaos, my friend. That's one of the next things that we're gonna want to deal with, obviously. Right, after buying all that stuff, let's check on the kitchen stuff. All those meats are being cooked, yes. Whatever fish we have, sure. Don't brew bigtails. Okay, that looks correct. Yeah, that cavern is horrifyingly messed up as a result of Githu. Just everything is burnt. Burnt to ash. I was kind of hoping that it would like take damage from the water, just like kill itself. That'd be funny. Oh yeah, there he is, going burning more stuff. Imagine relying on like mushroom wood and then having a forgotten beast like that show up. You're like, oh cool, there goes all my mushroom wood. So back really, we haven't had builders do that yet? Or miners? So the purpose of this area here is to put another smelting ores stockpile. So this is stone, metal ores, and we'll just do another stockpile here. Call it smelting ores 2. There. Because we do, in our, like, bedrooms and the like, we have a lot of, random ores that are kind of, like, littering up everywhere, so it'd be good to, like, clean that stuff up. I think what I want to do for this Forgotten Beast is to muster my dwarves, my military dwarves, towards it, and then lock the military dwarves in, so that if they lose, it's not it's not a big problem. So that means bringing my dwarves down to about this level here. Maybe what we'll do is, like, let's dig out a little space here. Dig out a little space here, have, like, the axe dwarves, the marks dwarves, mustering them in, and then lock them from behind so that these are closed, and closing them in there so that there's, like, a fallback plan. The Hillocks of Natural Ringed has been founded a half a day's travel to the east and incorporated into your holdings. Oh, cool. So we are building another still, or 2 more stills up here. The empty pots zone I had here, like, really did not work. I'm gonna try to do it again. So this should be like, hey, you can have 6 barrels, and they can be... What are they, furniture? What did I do in the last one? Furniture, barrel that is stone or clay. Okay. Furniture, barrels made of stone or clay of any quality. And then the other one is, of course, just like brewing plants. So we'll set up the other stockpile of brewing plants. I'll call them brewing plants 2 and empty pots 2. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. So brewing plants was food, plants, food, plants, barley, oh, you know, there's a mismatch. We have a lot more stuff that we could brew with. I think for now, I'm just gonna keep it simple and just like put a bunch of plum helmets in there, barley and plum helmets. But I know that we are making, if I want to do it right, what I would do is I would like screenshot cranberry, plum, berry, apple, wine, blueberry, barley, and like grapes, and then to make sure that we have them lined up. It's just like way more effort than it's worth, because I'm just making a whole bunch of Dwarven wine. It's fine. So the incorporated territory, we are here, and the Hillocks is here. The Dwarven Hillocks of Syrup Cudgels, was that it? What Hillocks? Oh, Natural Ringed. I didn't see where it was. I don't see Natural Ringed anywhere. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was just sort of curious. Oh, there it is. So we've got these 2 light blue are incorporated. Population 50, population 10, and we're population about 100. Okie dokie. So once this is excavated so that we have like some maneuver room to stand around or whatever, then I'll try to deal with the Forgotten Beast Githu. Okay. In terms of brewers, we're gonna need another one. I don't think anyone has like remote skill towards it. I'm gonna say this beekeeper is gonna be brewer, and try to find one other person that could be. Paper maker. Technically, paper making is kind of like brewing, because you're. Oh no, there we go. That peasant. Oh, we'll have extra brewers. It's fine. Working shifts. I go into the work orders for brewing, and there, just raising up the amount so that the bills can be issued out to more stills, and we can keep ramping additional stills up if we need to. So with any luck, we'll see the drinks level out at about 750 or so and then start to go up. Taking a look at the prepared foods, we are at... Yeah, we're just, it hasn't gone down. That's all that really matters. There we go, we've got our new breweries up. So the cavern excavation is probably done. No, it isn't. Darn. Once this is the cavern is excavated here, I will muster our troops and get ready to fight a Forgotten Beast. Oh, a pawn grabber is harming the Forgotten Beast here. It'd be really funny if it, like, took... I mean, it's obviously fine. Pawn grabber's dead. Now, I know, like, Dwarf Fortress doesn't do physics, but, like, the amount of heat you would need to produce to, like, boil off the water from a pond of this size is, like, epic. Like, truly epic. It's kind of amazing. The game's just like, yep, just walking around, boiling all the water off. Like, that's a normal thing to have happen in your cavern pond. Alright, we're getting another migration wave. So let's go interview the migrants. And see if any of them are particularly talented or sus. We've got Rimtar, the farmer. You've got like a orc name. Where are you, Rimtar? You, 60 years old. You... This is, I feel like the god of Dwarf Fortress was like, alright, you're gonna be good at nothing. But you will be a Renaissance man. You will have some skill at everything. This dude is just like homesteader galore. Like, what can't he do? On a farm? Nothing. He could do everything. He just sucks at it all. Maybe he's just talking himself up. Maybe his skilled conversationalist is like, yeah, I can do everything on a farm. This, I mean, he's like all hat, you know, no cowboy, something, I don't know. All right, melty. Here we go. Oh, I still haven't, have we finished? We're still in the process of engraving, so I'll have to return to trying to make, Scorpio, our count, happy. But, alright. Next person is a hunter. Ah, I actually need a hunter to join Glitch for hunting, so that might actually be pretty useful. What was their name? I clicked it and I'm like, totally. Id. I wonder if Id has a big ego. Where are you, Id? There you are. 32. Incredibly quick to heal and strong, flimsy and clumsy. Okay. Sure. Wait, you're a hunter with... hold on. Because you can ambush. What? He... or she is a professional jump scarer. Combat skills, none. But you can ambush. So what are you, like a street performer that dresses up like a bush or a statue and goes, ah, I got you. Like, for real. What the hell? Whatever. Thus, Dwarf Fortress being weird. Alright, next up, we've got another paper maker, Asmil. And you're 27. Remarkably flimsy. Oh, look at you. Talented papermaker, glassmaker, mechanic. Oh, that also reminds me of the glass. I want to deal with the Forgotten Beast before I start, like, glazing up my temples, but yeah, we'll have to do something about that too. Alright, they don't look like they don't look sus, but they don't look useful either. New bedrooms. A presser. What was her name? Was that even, like, English characters? Ezum. Alright, Ez. 22, you're pretty young. Quick to heal, very rarely sick, and slow to tire. Adequate presser. Okay, they're basically a peasant. You did bring in a horse. I don't even have a proper pasture. It's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. There's your horse. Pop 100. We've hit the 100 mark. So Pop 100 is Id the Igkogak, the Weaver. Yet another Weaver. I seem to be attracting like a very weird subset of oh man, and they're really young too. A really weird subset of people. But yeah, they don't have any remarkable skills. That's fine. .101 just came in. Kib, a potash maker, with Malful, their significant other. They're capable of it. Maybe in the future priority we can, you know, make potash and start fertilizing or something. Did I export the crossbows yet? Not yet. But I think the caravan's already left. And you have a pet and your husband, who's an engraver. That's about it. So, okay. The caravan's still technically still here. We do have make crutches. I could export those crossbows. Oh no, there are no merchants trading. They're packing up and leaving. Alright, pop 103. And we are allowing it to go up to 105. But I'm going to make these bedrooms one at a time. So we have another carpenter. Autumn. Odom. 52. Not too sus. 104. Beekeeper. Shem. With 3 kids. You didn't bring your kids? Smart. Spear Dwarf. So they could be in the combat squad. I would make them into a Axe Dwarf, but they do have some basic fighting skills, which might be useful if we want to expand our defense squads. And then the Water Buffalo, the one of them brought in, has been pastured as well as the other ones. Was Scorpio the mayor? Scorpio is our count. Our mayor is Darzan. Petition. Bolt's Mysteries now requires a temple and a priest for the dead doctrine. I'm going to approve this. And the reason is I already kind of have the temple like built, right? So if we open up our, oh, I didn't even do this right. So this is our temple complex. And let's expand this all the way down to here, and to here, accept. And this is the generalist temple to the gods. Oh, someone get vomity. All right. We're going to do another meeting area for this spot. And this is the new temple. So this is the petition for the dead doctrine? The Fatal Sanctuary is like a great name for it. I'm not going to rename that. I like that. Actually, well, this is the... So the Temple of Fortifying was the Fellowship of Fortifying. So maybe I'll call this the Temple of Dead. Temple of Dead. The Fatal Sanctuary. All right. I don't know if I have a spare altar, but I guess I'll find out. I don't. So we got to make one of those. And then we should also consider a coffer for a priest, a coffer, you know, so on and so forth. And we'll have to find someone of that religion that could become the priest. I don't think I did that for the other ones. So the Holy Trick and the 2 priests that we have in the others, I don't know belong to the religion. That's probably something I ought to do to analyze maybe once the altar and the instruments are done. So altar. I believe I've been making it out of silver. So forge a silver altar. And I had mentioned, if you recall, that it's very likely that you get asked to, you know, as your population increases, you get asked to have more guild halls and temples, because as your population grows, people's beliefs expand, and once they hit like 10, that's the threshold for the altars and the like. All right. Stockpile for bars. How we doing? Steel bars up to... We don't actually have... most of these aren't free bars. Only like 1/10 of them are like actual bars we could use, as I'll prove here. Steel bars, only 17 of them are like usable. So it looks like we have a lot, but it's deceiving. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but I'm not looking for feedback for this series. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow dwarves.